up, everybody? Thank you for tuning into the G Perspective podcast. I am your host, George Michael Perez, aka GMike. You know what it is, baby. We're on another episode of the G Perspective. You know where you guys can find me: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And even on YouTube under the channel GMike Media _. You can view the Zoom, see what I talk about with my guests, and also listen to it through the audio podcast. Today, I have a very special guest. I'm excited to bring him on. I'm excited of the stuff that he is doing with his life right now because honestly, it was something that I wanted to do with my life a few years ago, but obviously he's better than I am. This guy is playing professionally a fucking NBA 2K game. It's freaking amazing. My dog, I had him for a class freshman year. My homie, Fredoe2k Gallart. Fredo, how you doing, my man?
What's going on, goodies? How you doing, bro? Thank you so much for having me on the show, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, thank you for giving me a little bit of your time, bro, coming on. I know you're a very, very busy man with the NBA 2K and that community. So thank you very much for being on, man.
No, thank you for having me, bro.
Yeah, so like I said, man, hey, it was a dream of mine to play 2K professionally, bro. I honestly, I did it for a whole summer just playing, waking up, playing, going to sleep, waking up, playing, going to sleep. It was just a on routine thing. And I
The grind
never,
doesn't stop.
yeah, man. And I never knew that you were into 2K. Obviously, you have PlayStation, I had Xbox, but I never knew you were into 2K like that. I know you were into basketball. So, what I want to know from the beginning, what made you fall in love with the 2K game?
Man, honestly, it was just playing basketball, like how you said in high school every day, just constantly hooping, bro. Just after school, going to play ball outside in the playgrounds, going to Reuben, going to the gyms, going to LA. You know how it was, bro. It was just so fun to be able to just to hang out with the boys and just chill and play some ball. And it was just a good time. And honestly, that's what made me fall in love with the game of basketball because I tried for, Coral Park was very strict with basketball team. So you know how I was to get into the Coral Park
For
team,
sure.
man. You know how I was with that. But bro, I did community leagues with most of the boys we know. I did church leagues with most of the boys we know. Like I was out there hooping with, with the best of them that had to offer. You get me? So it's something that I always like. I saw I could, have a future in, but since it didn't go that way, in sports, I was like, maybe I could do it in esports. So that's that's where it transitioned over to having a better, opportunity maybe in the 2K side of it.
Yeah, man. Esports is coming up in the world, especially in today's age in 2021. Esports is a big, big thing right now, and it's just growing and growing, man. So
Yep.
when it comes to the 2K community, obviously there's a lot of tournaments that are going on. There's a professional 2K league that's going on right now. But before we get into that, for the 2K fans out there, because I'm a fan, obviously you're a fan, and I know a lot of people that love the game
The 2K
2K.
fans, man.
Yeah, yeah, and they love to watch it. They love to watch it.
They do, they
So
do. They love the content.
just give a little aspect on what your player build is and what exactly you like to do with your player.
Okay, so basically what I got is a play shot. Everybody's been asking me, Alfredo, what type of build you got, man? Drop some videos on YouTube. What builds you doing? And I did. I have a couple videos up on YouTube right now, and it is two play shots. One on current gen, which is the PS4 version of the game, and there's one on next gen, which is the PS5 version of the game. I have two videos up that you could go on YouTube right now and search up Fredoe2k, and you guys could see those videos for yourself. But it's basically a play shot. What it does is dribble and pass the ball. That's what it does really good. Pass the ball and shoot the ball really good. So it has basically 99 attributes in shooting and it has 99 attributes in playmaking. So it's really good in those two aspects, but in other aspects, it might not be that great, but you have teammates. Basketball is not a 1v1 sport. It's a team game. You get me? So that's why everybody else has different aspects of the game where you could make it, a team game and have a lockdown, have a center and a good point guard.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. And with all the videos that you put out on IG, obviously streaming on Twitch, yo,
Right.
your guy is nasty. And obviously you're nasty. You know exactly what to do. You know how to play.
Yeah.
You know how to get your teammates involved. And you know how to score 40 a game. And it ain't nothing to it.
Yeah, bro. Like literally, I've literally in next gen, I think I broke the record for points in a game. I had 123 points in a rec game.
Sheesh.
Yeah, the dude didn't want to leave. We were literally playing 1-on-5. Like you know how those rec games go sometimes where you just whoop ass and they just literally all quit.
They start
Yeah, there
quitting
was
and
this
then,
one
yeah.
dude that did not want to leave. So he was like, you know what? I'm gonna stick it out. And I just literally had 123 points on them, and I think I set a record for it. And it literally is one of my highest viewed posts on Instagram right now.
Damn, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey,
Yeah.
and shout out to that guy, man. Mad respect, because I hate when dudes just quit and then you obviously you gotta leave the game and then you don't get all the points that you're supposed to get.
Facts,
So
facts. That dude's a
shout
real
out to
one, bro.
yeah,
That dude is the real one. Whoever
he
that guy was, we appreciate you, man.
hit him up on his IG, man. Hey, he'll give you a little shout out.
For real, dude. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, yo, that's awesome, bro. So yeah, you become nasty. Obviously, your most viewed reel on Instagram is 6 million, if I'm correct.
No, it's
No?
actually it's 1.3 million, but
Okay.
accumulated reels I have over right now. If I the last time I checked, because it's like every other month they tell you how many reels you have accumulated in views, and the last time I checked, I have over 7 million views. So that's pretty
Sheesh.
good, man. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
lot of
hell
views
yeah.
for
Hell
reels,
yeah.
man. So it's like it's something that I didn't think I was gonna be able to achieve, because when I was first started posting my clips out of nowhere, I was just getting like people like you that you personally know me, so like, and you like 2K, so those were the people that kind of like were getting the attention grabbed by those videos, you get me? But out of nowhere, I just kept on posting videos, and there you go, one day to led to the next, and videos were getting views, they were getting liked, they were getting a lot of attention, and I was posting hashtags, like 30 hashtags on every video that I post. Those hashtags could go a long way. A lot of content creators that are out there right now watching this video, if you guys post hashtags on the post that you do on Instagram, it will be seen by a lot of people. Okay.
Yep.
You have to post hashtags.
Yep. Man, I can't stress that enough. You did your thing. You kept putting out the content out there. That's
Every
the number
day,
one
man. That
thing. You
didn't
gotta
stop
put the
for a whole year and a
content.
half. Didn't stop. And look at where it got to me, a whole year, dude. 20K followers in literally a whole year. And I started off with just my
Yep.
people, just the people who we know, literally just, just our people, man. People from CP, our friends, our little circle. Those are the people that used to, just like my stuff and comment. And now look, I literally have over millions of views on Reels. I have 500K views on Reels. I have comments, over 100 comments on, like, it's crazy, man. On Twitch, I have 500K.
Hit
Yes,
him. Talk
like,
that shit.
on
Talk
Twitch,
that shit.
bro, views are crazy, man. Like, I don't even have a platform like that. And the fact that I could go out there and drop a YouTube video and it has over, like, thousands of views is just insane to me, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, mad respect, bro. Keep going with that grind. Obviously, it's not over. It's
No, it's
just
not. It's
getting
just started.
started,
Yeah,
dog.
it's just
It's just getting started.
Yes,
So
sir. You know it.
basically, I don't know all the details of it. So hopefully you can walk us through the little story of how you got signed to a professional 2K team.
Okay, so basically what it is, it's Ancient World Gaming, it's AWG. That is a gaming community, and it's an organization and sports team made by Buffalo Bills player Antonio Williams. So
Ooh.
he's actually an NFL player, and he's on partnership with Austin Mack, which he's an NFL player as well. He's the wide receiver for the Giants, for the New York Giants. So both of them have a very good communication with one another. They both went to school in Ohio State, and they made this team together. And both of them, reached out to me and they told me, hey, look, we are on Xbox, like how you play, and we need somebody to be a representative for the 2K side on the PlayStation. Because basically what they do is they host tournaments, like they host these big prize tournaments.
Okay.
And like grand tournaments, $100, $200, 250, 500, like these type of tournaments that they host are all pro-am matchups. So it's like a bracket. Like imagine like Sweet 16 or like a March Madness bracket. Okay, we get a bunch of teams that can sign up for this league, and then we put them all together and we see how who competes with the best. You get me? That's what basically the pro-am tournaments are about. And that's what they wanted me to do. They wanted me to represent AWG and put Ancient World Gaming on the map. And that's what I'm gonna try to do.
No, that's what you're gonna do. 100%.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, for sure. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. So aside from that, because obviously it's not part of the 2K league itself, do you wish to be on the 2K league in the future?
Man, I would love to be part of the 2K League right now. As we're speaking, there's actually on Twitch, 2K League is live right now, and you could see the finals, and it's very competitive, man. Like those kids are out there, they're grinding every day. It's just like me, they're content creators. They're, they've gotten the opportunity to be able to represent like their city for a team. Imagine if I would be able to play for Miami Heat game checking. How dope would that be, George?
Yeah,
like,
oh my
like,
God,
dude, that
man.
would be like a blessing in disguise, man. Like, come on, bro. Like to get to that point, a lot of people take it for granted because they think, oh, that kid just because he's a big known streamer, he just gets the opportunity. Like, no, they had to work to get there. Like, how do you think they got known? They had to work to get there. You guys are not seeing that part in the journey.
Yeah, man. That people think that these things are just given to people out here. No,
Right.
they put in the time, the effort, the hard work, the countless hours, bro. It's a grind, and I
It is.
respect you for doing it, man. I give you your flowers, and you're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep grinding. You're
Thank you,
gonna
brother.
keep going to the top, man. I believe in it for real.
Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you so much, goodies.
Yeah, no problem. No problem, dog. So obviously, Fredo's a big time basketball fan. Obviously, you guys have watched this show. I'm a big time basketball fan, and we're big time Heat fans, baby.
Yes,
It's
sir. Let's go
Miami Heat
Heat.
Nation all day, all day.
305 till we die.
Yeah, man. So last game, Miami Heat played against OKC, and we didn't have Jimmy Butler, but we still got out
Still got
there
the
and
dub.
won, baby. With Tyler Herro with 26 points, bro. You think Tyler Herro is gonna solidify this six man of the year spot?
I really want Tyler to get the six man of the year spot, but let's hear my perspective real quick here, George.
Okay.
Like Anthony Edwards says, we don't go for rookie of the years, we go for MVPs. Okay. Pat Riley does not want a six man of the year award. We want Tyler to go out there and be who Tyler Herro is supposed to be.
Okay.
And that's what he's doing this year. Tyler Herro is showing who he is, because last year there was a lot of talks about Tyler saying Tyler ain't who this, Tyler ain't that. Tyler came out this year and showed off the bench that he could drop 20 points a night in the NBA. And that's all we need from Tyler. If he could give us 20 a night, that's all we need from Tyler. And that's all we've been asking for. So I don't know why people are getting their horses, all riled up because Tyler's coming off the bench. We start him and we have a better team, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you on that. My perspective on that is I like keeping Duncan Robinson in just because he's a lethal shooter, and because we talked about this off air. He's not basically like Tyler, how Tyler can create the game for himself. He could create his own shot. He could get his people open, and he could play intense defense. Yeah, Duncan Robinson is good, and him coming off the second team, he'll still put up his points, but he's like a spot up shooter. So I feel like having Tyler come off the six is better for us. But I hear you in the fact that if we put him in the starting lineup, it's probably gonna make
gonna get 30 a night. He's gonna get more minutes. He's gonna get 30 a night. You put him in the starting lineup and it's 10 extra points a game. And if you've been noticing, our losses have been it hasn't been double digit L's. We've been taking losses by like 5 points, 6 points, because we need those extra buckets. Those little possessions matter, George. That's what I want you to understand. Like if we put Tyler in there and we make the most out of our 48 minutes, I think the Miami Heat could be in the finals again this year, honestly.
Yeah, man. I still have them going to the finals no matter how Coach Spoelstra changes up this rotation, how we keep getting injured. Obviously, we got Bam out tonight and a few others. Jimmy Butler came back tonight against the New Orleans Pelicans. They're actually playing right now.
I want to catch that game when we get off of this podcast. That's definitely one to watch.
Yeah, right now they're tied at 66 in the third quarter with 6 minutes left and 21 seconds.
We lose to the 2-13 Pelicans.
No, we better not. We better not. We cannot be losing to these under 500 teams, man. We got to be winning all these games because those games in the end are going to count 100%. Yeah, man. So obviously later on in the year, we'll see where the Heat end up. We're going to go to the postseason for sure, without a doubt. But a team that I want to talk about that wasn't in the postseason last season with a new play-in tournament type deal, but this year they started off impeccable. Right now they're 12-2, and last night they played the Brooklyn Nets. I'm talking about the Golden State Warriors. Yesterday they won against the Nets 117-99. Steph Curry with 37 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And there's no Klay Thompson out there, bro. You think the Warriors are going to go back to the finals again?
I believe the Warriors are going to go and have a very deep run and maybe even reach the finals. There's still some good teams in the West. We can't count out the Lakers. The Lakers right now is another topic I did want to talk to you about, but we're going to leave that for later. The Warriors are definitely a good team right now. And when they add in another rotation shooter that could literally shoot just as good as Steph Curry, that's going to be a very, very, very hard team to beat once Klay Thompson comes back. They're already, I believe, the number 1 team in the NBA as we speak. I think the Warriors are the team to beat in the NBA. But, let's not jump the gun right now. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how everything plays out, because it's still regular season, as we say. 62-9 doesn't mean anything without the ring. You remember that.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, my thing with the Warriors last podcast, I said this, and right now I still kind of feel the same way, but I'm leaning towards more that the Warriors are really nasty this year and they're really gonna make a run. My
Right.
thing is that they've only played some weak teams in these first 14 games, but obviously last night they played a tough Brooklyn Nets team that were on a 3-game win streak and they
Yep.
snapped that streak. So I feel like they're gonna be proving us wrong, proving a lot of people that doubt them wrong, and I hope they do. I like seeing Steph Curry, Clay, Draymond up there
Right.
with everyone else, but I gotta see more. I gotta see more. I gotta see them beat more teams, more above 500 teams for them
Right.
to actually be a contender this year, in my opinion.
What I actually saw, I know a lot of people saw this graphic because Sports Center and like every sport page was posting it. Kevin Durant and James Harden were looking from the bench when Steph Curry was going off.
Yeah.
Steph Curry was literally going off and he was shooting from the logo basically. And Durant and Harden are just watching him from the bench and like, damn, like he's really the best player in the NBA right now. Like he's good. Like that kid is good. Steph Curry is probably the best shooter. No, he's not probably. He is the best shooter in the history of the game of basketball.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's gonna be very, very hard to beat that team, man, come playoff time, especially once they get the camaraderie right, once Clay comes back and they all fit in, because you know that team is relentless ball movement. That team does not stop moving the ball. When they get, when they get everything settled down, that team's gonna beat, man, that team's gonna be the beat the team right there.
Yeah, right now they're ranked as the number one best defense in the league right now. So I think that's what is really helping them out through these first 14 games. Let's see if they could keep it up moving on later on.
Yep.
But jumping into the Lakers situation, because I know you wanted to talk about the Lakers, LeBron might come back Friday. Forgot who they're playing, but he might come back Friday and play for the Lakers again. What do you think is going to happen with that situation when LeBron comes back?
I believe when LeBron comes back, I think that they need to play him on ball and have him run the rock and then just have Westbrook play off the ball. That's what I think should happen, because if you haven't noticed, the reason why the Lakers aren't meshing very well is because there's a lot of rim running. There's a lot of like, into the paint action. There's not many
Yeah.
shooters on the Lakers. You got me? There's a lot of driving to the paint, kicking and driving. And if they're not making jump shots, the Lakers aren't a very good team. Okay. But if they do make jump shots, then they could expand their game, because now they got to pick them up on the 3-point line. And now, now you got to drive to the basket every time. And that's what makes them good. But the Russell Westbrook situation, I believe that Westbrook needs to play off the ball or he needs to get traded. One of the two. It's not going very well in LA. LeBron's seeing everything from the bench basically, and when LeBron sees something he doesn't like, what's gonna happen? You might get traded.
The GM Bron comes out.
GM Bron's coming out. So I don't know, man. Russell, I feel like Russell has his job on the line this season again, and it's crazy because he's such a great player. He's a triple double machine. Like he could imagine Russell Westbrook in the Miami Heat. Man, we could definitely use that type of point guard, because we have shooters.
Yeah.
We have shooters. He could have a triple double every night playing in the Heat. If he comes to Miami, we picked up Kyle Lowry, but I like Kyle Lowry. But imagine Kyle Lowry is basically Russell Westbrook, basically Kyle Lowry on steroids, if you ask me.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like I think it's a good pick for the Heat, but the Lakers just need to do something before the trade deadline, honestly.
Yeah, man. I thought they were gonna have shooters because when they first traded for Russell Westbrook, like you said, I was like, bro, they got no shooters. They're gonna have two ball dominant players coming down the court, and they both want to get inside the paint. They're not. LeBron obviously is a better shooter now, but Westbrook is not that good of a shooter. So I was like, man, they need to get some shooters. Then they started signing Wayne Ellington. They got Kent Bazemore. They got Melo, and they got other players. And I was like, damn, maybe they could do something with these players, and maybe they can make the 3-point shot. But it's not happening.
Out of all
right
those
now.
names you just said, Melo's the only person providing stats at the moment. Melo's the only person going out there and shooting the way the only person that everybody said that he wasn't gonna do good, that he's washed up. Look at him, the only one showing up for the Lakers. Imagine that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And the whole thing, if Russ doesn't get traded, my opinion on the situation is that Bron and Russ both start, but Bron gets less minutes throughout every game. So when Bron sits out, Westbrook stays in. Obviously, he's a ball dominant player. When Bron gets in, Westbrook comes out. And then when it comes to the fourth quarter with like 8-7 minutes left, you put them both in with some lethal shooters and AD, and you just hope that you're winning at that point. Yeah, man, and everything goes well. So, hey, man, I hope the Lakers do work Golden State is looking like they're gonna try and take the Western Conference crown right now.
And don't forget
But
about Phoenix either. Phoenix still got some
yeah,
dogs there. Devin
yeah,
Booker, Chris
man.
Paul, Aiden are playing good. They're the number 2 seed in the West. Nuggets are good too. The Jazz are playing great. Jazz was like the number 1 team before with the Heat, but there's still some good people out there. Let's not sleep. Just because the Warriors are 12-2, let's not forget about the other teams in the NBA. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, 100%. Well, yeah, man. Hey, thank you again for coming on, bro. I appreciate you. And again, give you your flowers. Keep grinding on that 2K, man. Get paid
So much
for doing
work.
something that you want to fucking do, bro. That you love to do, that you'll do day in and day out. Get that money for that, man. Because not everybody can do that, bro.
I feel like I'm living the dream, honestly, bro. Never thought it could happen, but it definitely is.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You're playing 2K all the time. You're playing ball all the time, and look at you now. You're about to get paid for playing a game that you love, and you're just in the beginning right now.
Just in the start, bro. That's how it started, man. Like, let's go for a good example. Like, let's look at Ticino, man. You know Ticino. Ticino's one of the biggest 2K streamers. He just started off with 20K, then he went to 100K, and he's like at 1 million followers. You never know, bro. So thank you to everybody who's been supporting and showing me love. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you, George, for having me on the show. Thank you for having me on the perspective, man. The GG perspective. Let's get it, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, let everyone know where they can follow you, where they can see you, where they can watch you play, man.
All right, guys. So you guys can follow me. My Instagram is at Fredoe2k, Fredoe2k. And those are basically everything for my socials, my YouTube, my Twitch, my Instagram, my Twitter, anything. You can just find me there. All right, guys. Thank you so much for having me. I hope you guys have a great night.
Yeah, man. Hey, thank you again. You guys, you know where you can find me: Twitter, George Mike Perez, Instagram, GMike Media _, YouTube, GMike Media _, and then for the podcast is the G Perspective on Apple, Google, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Hope you guys tune into the next episode. Thank you for watching this one. Fredo, thank you again, man. Hey, I'll hit you up, bro. Hey, man, have a good night, man.